Have you ever used formulas referencing array values? There is a common issue with these kind of formulas. There is a simple trick in Excel that can fix this issue using hash in your formula. My name is Kailash, and in this video, we will talk about using hash in your Excel formulas. We will see various examples of how hash can help you to make your formulas dynamic, including some drop downs. But before that, subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share this video with your friends. Let's get started. So here I have sample product data. It has got product name, category, and price. And I want to give the 10% discount. So what we can do is simply equals to the price multiply by 10%, right? That's the normal way. And you might be doing something like copy pasting this entirely like this, right? To get this. Now, this is not required. What you can do is you can do this just in one formula. So instead of referring only C2, you refer entire. And then what you're doing is basically you're selecting the cells of data, basically more than one cell. So it becomes an array. And what you're doing is you are multiplying with 10%. And obviously you will not get only one result. You will get a response in array. So for each record, there will be a separate response. And that is the beauty about array formulas is it will give you a return into array, something like this. As you see, for each, it has calculated it separately. And how do you know this is an array formula? Because when you move your cursor like this, you see a border coming out of it, right? Plus, you will not be able to delete anything. Like even if I try to delete, it comes back again. Also, one more way to identify is that where the code is written or where the formula is written, you see this is grayed out. And whenever I select the first cell, that is where it is actually in the black color. That means this is where the formula is written. Rest are only the reference. Okay. Now what we need to do is to calculate final price. For that equals to price minus discount. So that's how we can do it. Now we know that how to make use of array. So what we will do is instead of that, we can say equals to select everything and then minus select everything, right? Again, we will get a response in array. Okay. Here, if you notice, what it has done is the first column, which is C column, it has referred properly. But you see, there's a hash which is written. While I'll try to select it one more time. I'll delete this. I will select it again. You see that it is moving D2 to D10, 12 like that. But as soon as I hit to the last row, it converts into hash. So what it means is that whenever you refer any range or array and you are selecting entire array, you simply select the first cell followed by hash. Okay, that means you are referring a range of cells or array kind of values. So D2 hash, that means you're saying starting from D2, take wherever the array goes. Maybe it is right now till row number 21. There may be possibility new rows getting added. So it will adjust according to that. Okay. So you don't have to give the last value. Okay. Now this is one way to use hash where we have used hash to identify this. Now let's see another example. Let's say I want to get unique name of categories. For that, we normally use unique formula, unique, and select where your categories are, right? Now, what happens is, let's say that I wanted to count the unique names. For example, there are 8 unique categories and I want to count them. Equals to count A, select. And as soon as here also, when you select your range, you see that it is going G2, G6, G7. And then as soon as I hit the last row, it changed to G2 hash, right? Now, let's say I create a new category, let's say mouse. And you see that the category got changed to till here, right? New row got added, and it is able to adjust itself based on the new range it has got, right? We did not had to tell that now rather than till row number 9, refer row number 10. Let's see a normal formula. Normally people use like this, equals to count A. Again, select. This time I will forcefully change it to, let's say, 10, right? Now, if I try to add one more category, let's say laptop, hit enter, and you see the formula having hash was able to adjust itself, but the one which was not, it is missed. It has missed one value, right? So whenever you are referring ranges, array ranges in your formula, use hash here. Okay, let's see few more examples. So here again, I have the same sample data. Now, what I want to do is, based on the category which I will type here, for example, I'll say furniture. And I want all those furniture entries here. So what I'll be using filter formula. I'll select my range, for example, this, and the category, which is this, equals to this one, close the bracket, and we got what we wanted, right? Now, if we want to average the price of whatever category we have selected, what we can do, while I know there can be formulas directly connected to this, but this is to talk about hash formula. So we are going to use referencing this particular table. So how we'll do it is average, and then you can select first cell of the range and hash. Okay. So if we hit enter, what it is doing, basically it is keeping all the numeric values and taking the average of it. So the average is 150. Here also we are getting 150, but we wanted only the price, right? The average price and not everything together. So what we can do is we can use index inside it, right? Index, comma, row number 0, and column. Column is 1, 2, 3. Third column, hit enter, and we receive what we wanted. All right. Now let's say this is category I'm typing myself, right? I want this to be a drop down. For that, what I can do is, again, I can use something called unique, right? And get all the names like this, right? And I can refer these values into data drop down. So data validation, select list, and you can select the range. Since you know that this is an array, so instead of this, what you will do, you will not select entire range. You just select the first cell and press hash, right? Same way. Now, if you see here, it is getting till the last. And if I try to add something new, let's say mouse, so it got added here, as you see. And is it also added? Yes, it is added here as well. Okay, there is also a problem with this hash kind of formula. It doesn't work well with tables. For an example, if I take the same data, let me copy this data to another sheet. I'm going to convert this data into table. Control T and like OK. And same thing I'll try to do, equals to this into 10%. This will work fine. But if I, instead of the cell, I select the entire range like this, you see the spill error. Now, why it is happening is because table itself is kind of an array, and these kind of array formula doesn't fit well into tables. Okay. Hope you like this video. Follow us for more videos like this.